it was just so ravaged. You know, it was not a pretty sight. And as a plein air painter, I usually gravitate towards pretty gardens, beautiful gardens, historic homes, you know, things that are really appealing to a plein air painter who's painting in the light. That's a French term for painting in the light. And so I remember, you know, pulling up my car with all my paint supplies in it, and I just couldn't quite get them out. You know, I wasn't sure that that was going to work for me. So I got my camera out instead, and I started walking through the house. And I just remember feeling really moved by all of the messages that were written on those walls. And, you know, I mean, it was emotional, and you couldn't help but be emotional. I mean, we were all just kind of, you know, still in shock, I guess, you know, after the tornado. This was several months after the tornado had happened. And so it just really moved me. And I thought, well, this is not just some, you know, tornado-torn home. This is a house of hope.
Seeing the devastation that was there, and seeing all the negative and the hard and the terrible things that had happened, and knowing a little bit about the family and how they still had hope, and how he still had a positive attitude, and how he was still hopeful that people would, and the signage that was in the house, you know, how they wrote things about God was here and he was helping people, and the angels were there protecting us. That has inspired my work greatly. I have done a lot of things with what we call the butterfly people, or butterfly angels. I've kind of gone into a more comical looking one to make people smile rather than to feel discouraged about what has happened. Some bright colors and things that, you know, help inspire people to overcome, have some hope through the whole ordeal.
Inside the house, afterwards, we painted some angels and butterflies, like on the 2x4s and stuff, sort of like around the side of the 2x4s where the drywall or whatever it was ripped out. And so we painting these angels and butterflies, and I painted a portrait of Tim and his wife on different 2x4s too. It had just become what would normally seem like graffiti and a mess became something beautiful. I know a lot of people talk nowadays about graffiti being art, and I'm usually the first one to say, no. But like you know, it can be art, and it was a beautiful thing. And I hope that they do set it up again where people can see it and see that kind of good feeling that came from all over the country. There was spiritual messages in it, and just plain, you know, secular good wishes, so forth. But it was just, it was a pretty amazing thing.